Everyone, and welcome. Today, I'm going to chat a little bit about this beautiful device called the Healy. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. What this device is a frequency device. And there we are. It came into my life about 2 years ago. And it was really this calling that I had to ask, what is the next step in my business? What is the next step of growth for my business? And so 2 weeks later, this fell into my awareness by my friend and fellow practitioner, Kayleen. So this device is a wearable frequency device. And while I thought it was bringing magic to my practice and helping others, it really brought a lot of magic into my world. And so I'm really honored and inspired to share all about it. So, oops, here we go. Let's see if I can get this right. This is really rooted in the idea that started a long time ago. So if you follow these visionaries like Albert Einstein or Nikola Tesla, even people in the 1920s that were talking about frequency, like Paramasa Yogananda, who is a beautiful disciple of Kriya Yoga, he also spoke of frequency because everything is energy in our beautiful world. The Healy works with our frequency, which could be viewed as the root of all things, creating matter in our experience of life. So, as an introduction, the Healy works in this quantum field, which is the information field. And like I mentioned before, the energy is always informing the matter. So, it's that bridge between the biological and the physical. It's working in that non-physical realm called the quantum field. And quantum physics talks all about how when we affect one particle that has been connected to another, so it's basically one molecule that's been split into two. If you affect one, it will show that the other has been affected as well. So if you're into the beautiful nerdy science of quantum physics, you can dive down that little rabbit hole of fun, which I love to learn about. So what this is showing us, they also have shown this with different animals. So if you teach an animal a way of, there's a famous study, one of the apes washed off a sweet potato in the ocean before it ate it. And the other apes also did this on other parts of land that weren't even connected to the island. And so what this shows us is that our field of consciousness is connected. So as we up level and upgrade, literally we are doing so for all of humanity. And that's how we know we are connected as one field of energy. The harmonization of the bioenergetic field is what the Healy is working with. So it's sending coherent frequencies of your highest resonance. And that's what it's doing to help achieve balance and coherence in the body and energy systems. Marcus Schmieke is who created this. He is a monk and quantum physicist. He is an incredible being. I met him in Florida for one of our conventions, and he was just glowing and literally like floating, it looked like when he was walking. He was this incredible burst of energy when I met him. And he has merged these beautiful two paths of science and spirituality. And when I learned about this, I was like, oh my gosh, if this does what I believe it's going to do, there has to be breakthroughs, because if it's holding this coherent energy, literally that's what we do as healers, practitioners, energy workers. We're holding the highest vision. So if this instrument is literally sending that coherent energy to us whenever we'd like, that is an incredible breakthrough. And so I've found in my own life, in working with others, this can happen instantly. And also it can happen over time. So the bioenergetic field is receiving more attention right now, and you can Google that or look that up. But that's what we're working with. It's the harmonization of this field to balance and aid in coherence to the body and the energy systems. That's what the Healy is working in. And the quantum field is this invisible field of energy that, as I mentioned, unifies and connects us, the physical matter to the energetic, which it's all energy, just vibrating at a faster or slower frequency. So I'm going to walk you through briefly all of the programs. The Healy works in thousands of frequencies. So these are all of the programs. The first model is the gold, and these frequencies are included as well as bioenergetic boost. And also, there is another that works with cosmic growth as well. Then, as you move into the next model, while the Healy delivers frequency through scalar waves, it also uses microcurrent. And microcurrent is so powerful at increasing the frequency of our cells, which allows pain to be helped immensely. So these pain programs are wonderful, especially when using the microcurrent. Bioenergetic balance, absolutely love the potency program. Circulatory system helps with detoxing the body and also just allowing that energetic supply to the body. Bioenergetic balance too, so beautiful. And you don't need to necessarily know which programs you're needing to run unless you get an intuitive hit, because the Healy will scan if you buy that model that has the scan function. Otherwise, you can put anything in your life that you're having an imbalance with, and it'll tell you which programs to run in the Analyze app. Okay, mental balance, so great for concentration, so great for keeping that mental clarity, and just really, really all about happiness within our mental balance. The Meridian programs are so powerful, working with everything from the heart, bladder, all these things. I ran the hormonal Meridian program as well as the bioenergetic balance program for hormones, and I no longer experience the cramping that I used to around my moon cycle. It would keep me up at night, and I'd have to take pain reliever, and I no longer experience that since the addition of the Healy in my everyday life. Although I will say I do take a break. I don't use it every single day because we want the body to reacclimate to the frequency it's been introduced to. These are wonderful also for staying activated within your concentration, focus, amazing with the adrenals, uh, as well as an overall coherence within your brain. I absolutely adore the Inner Beauty program. I feel like it's goddess energy. I also love running the hair, skin programs. A lot of people who have had tattoos, the first time they get scanned with the Healy, the skin program will come up. Any type of wound that we have on our skin, which a tattoo would be considered that, actually affects the flow of energy. So that was one of the first programs that I ran when I first got my Healy, because I do have tattoos. Fitness program, working with the performance of our body, the muscles, and also the stamina that we have. I would run these when I skied and I was back to back on powder days. Really, really amazing how the performance and the stamina shifted the way I was able to push through, or rather enjoy the days that were back to back for skiing. Learning programs, also working with the mental capabilities, memory, concentration, and focus. Beautiful, beautiful programs. Chakras, working with all of our energy centers. The aura scans also work with our chakras. Protection programs, these are great if you're traveling. Electrosensitivity, dealing with those EMTs and all of the different static that we can get from our devices and the different situations that we're in, such as on a plane. Very, very beautiful. Also working with the planets. Love these programs. Deep Cycle H are a deep dive into all the processes of our body as well as the organs. So this is a beautiful, beautiful set of programs. And there's actually a protocol that you can run certain ones at certain times. Free flow is amazing for the lymphatic system and detoxing. All right, so as I mentioned before, there are different ways to scan. The Heal Advisor analysis allows us to identify the most resonant frequencies in that moment. And it also allows us to have them be catering to the fact that we are a quantum being. So as it's running, it will rescan and say, okay, this is how this person's receiving the frequency. I'm going to shift. And it's so beautiful because it is the only device on the market that actually has that smart feature of scanning and then also adjusting the frequency as it goes. In addition to the programs that I just showed you, we have coaching, which works with setting an intention. Perhaps I want peace. May I please have peace in my life? And then the coaching program will show you where you're out of balance or in balance within that intention. Aura scans are also working with the more emotional and unconscious blocks, as is the coaching. They are so beautiful. I use them all the time with clients, and I run the coaching for myself as well as aura scans. Um, Not every day, but almost every day with the coaching because it's so powerful. Resonance is a great feature that also works with the emotions. We have gem elixirs, which are giving you the frequencies of particular gems. So you again scan your body and it'll tell you which gems are most resonant with you in this now moment. And then it sends you the coherent frequency of the gems. We also have a homeopathic psyche programs. Wonderful, wonderful for working with the vibration of homeopathy, as well as flower frequencies. So the Bach flower remedies and Australian bush flowers. Those are so powerful. Again, with smoothing our emotions, getting us through maybe some times of transition. Beautiful, beautiful. I love the harmonious energies of the resonance. So as I mentioned, it's a quantum sensor. It's scanning us. And it is the only one that's on the market that does that smart adjustments when we are being receiving that cohesive energy. So again, it's working with the coherence. You could think about it like it's bringing you back to your original organic or divine blueprint of coherence. It's incredibly powerful. You can do this in person with microcurrent or the scalar waves, which are the ones that are the aura scans and the coaching and the resonance. You also can run any of the programs that you just saw at a distance or in person. The only thing you can't do in person is receive microcurrent because that is delivered through bands, literally putting an electrical charge into your body to upgrade those cells. So that is only in person. The Healy is really a pioneer in this field. And it's amazing because right now people are coming more online with the openness of holistic healing. And as I mentioned, it rescans you and adjusts how the frequency is being delivered. I love the coaching. As I mentioned, I use it in my practice and with clients, as well as family members and myself. It is wonderful with pets. I use the coaching programs or the aura scans on Hank if he's maybe feeling a little blue because he's inside and not outside running around as much. It's incredible what it picks up within the psyche of animals as well. You can do and use the Healy with any object, whether it's an organization, your business, plants, land, a building, your car, everything is energy. So you can literally use the Healy on everything. It's so incredible. And thank you so much for joining me for this very brief introduction, but hopefully an umbrella, at least to get you to have a greater understanding of what the Healy is. So incredibly powerful. So thank you so much for joining us. Please let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to connecting any of the dots on this powerful, powerful tool.